Picking civilizations just got a lot more fun in Rise of Kingdoms. And now that the new update has hit the game, you can now pick a specific troop type, and then use a different civilization for the buffs. Anytime you come look here, you've got troop type base stats that the special troop types give you, and then you've got civilization stats. So now that those don't have to be joined, now that they don't have to be the same, and you can switch those up, we're going to go through it all right now. We're going to set you up as an infantry player, as a cavalry player, or as an archer player. So stick around while we go through all of the new things with civilizations and the new update.
Rallies lit up, marching right from the zone to the zone. I stay in control. Man of the people, all heart, no roll, no script, no throne, just rhythm and fire. Built for the push, never gonna tire. You feel that burn, and you already know we're locked in deep. This is Chatsky mode.
Welcome back, everybody. I am your boy, War Daddy Chatsky. I put out videos all the time, and I try to do videos that are going to give us real RoK life application, right? That's my goal, is to make sure you play the game better and you understand some of the nuances and some of the things that the game presents. And with that, I thought this video would be a really good one to do to help players out, because we've cooked. Our boy Daver has been cooking. Billick's been cooking over on his channel with his stream today, and we want to give those guys a shout out. We have like a little suggestion that we did in 606 with Daver. We'll go through all that. If you enjoy these videos, please throw a like on here. If you have not subscribed, consider doing so. Hit that subscribe button. We punched through 60,000 subscribers. Hit that bell so you get alerts anytime we drop this kind of content. And so, civilizations, okay? I am a Cav player, and I rally with Cavs. So I'm always Arabia. And the reason why is because I get a little bit of extra stats to Cavs, and I also get the 5% damage of my rallies. I get an additional 5% damage. Each civilization has its own buffs, but not just buffs. Each civilization has its own special unit. You've got the elite samurai over here for Japan. So these special units are all different when it comes to their attack, defense, and health base stats. Okay, and this is something that people have to understand when it comes to some of the different aspects of the game. You just saw, you've got the throwing axemen over here for France. They have more health than the elite samurai do. You come over here to the, where's Rome? You come over here to Rome and you look at their legionnaires. Legionnaires have more defense. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can run it. Of course, Rome is known for its march speed. That's what people love about it. And if you're an infantry player, a great civilization to use, because you get an extra 5% defense for all your infantry, okay? When you come back over here to France, you can see there, they've got increased troop health. That's all troop health, which is really, really good for the open field. Like, people that play open field love France. If you're running 2 or 3 infantry marches with your murder ball, it's really, really good. Also, it's got a hospital healing speed of 20%. This helps during the duration of a KVK. You can get anywhere from additional 20 to 25 days, depending on how much you fight. A lot more for big fighters, a lot less for people who don't fight much at all. But you can get good recovery and save days, 10, 15, 20 days of speed ups by the end of KVK, depending on how many speed ups you use. So that is very, very effective. So we went through this, and Daver, of course, starts cooking, right? I'm going to have a link down there for his kind of his coffee shop where he's got all his tools, and you can kind of see some of the different things that we've done. So the debate started coming up, and I've also got a link down to Billick's stream. He did it today where he cooked for like 3 hours, and he's got great suggestions and recommendations. But now the goal for us is, as players, we want to be able to pick the right troop type that we're going to run. Am I going to run berserkers? And if I run berserkers, then how do I run? If I run berserkers, then what civilization do I use? If I'm an archer player, I've always liked Ottoman. You get 5% more skill damage, 5% more health of the archers, and 5% march speed. It's like phenomenal for field players, especially for the archer mains. Phenomenal. And then the archer mains that also do rallying, like you've got Greece. You got Greece for infantry, but you have Egypt for rallying. They get the 5% damage by the rallied armies. And then they've got their own special unit type. A lot of health on that unit type. And then the buff also includes 5% attack. Okay, so you get all these different things when it comes to these civilizations. So I'm going to put this graphic up, and it's going to kind of show you what we're doing. We're going to start in the top left, okay? This is the civilization changes graphic. This is from the new update. And just so everybody understands the new update, okay? If I go to switch here, I can pick which unit type I want, but then I can also pick a different city civilization buff. So you can pick whatever civilization buff you want. So you're going to come to the screen, and whatever troop type you want, you're going to click on it, and then you're going to say, okay, I want the Mamluks, that's what I want to run. Or you're going to click on it and say, okay, I want the Legionnaires, that's what I want to run. So you hit switch, but I want France as a civilization. So then you come over here and you find the France civilization, which is chivalry. Okay, that's got the all troop health, it's got the wood gathering speed, and then it's got the hospital healing speed. So you know that that's France, and then you can confirm and switch it. Okay, so that's how you do it, to where basically you can take the special unit types you like to run and then run the civilization you want to run as well. So that's what we have here. It's also kind of cool for cosmetics. If you like a particular cosmetic on your farm and it doesn't really matter what civilization you are, then you can pick the cosmetics. But let me go through in here and kind of show you guys. I pulled this up briefly. This is what 606 kind of cooked on. It's a lot of Daver's work with SAC and getting feedback from all of us. Daver puts it all in his system, if you will, and the prerequisites for this, the considerations that everybody has to understand, is that this takes the damage formula of KVK in, how the damage is set up. When you have the past glory KVK damage, you're going to do that. So we're going to pull this down. I'm going to show you, because now I believe we should have past glory. So you got hospital cap, you got damage to garrisons, you've got all damage, you've got all these different things. And then it's also going to take VIP, the damage you get from VIP, and how that works when it comes to the all damage that you have at VIP 17 or above. On top of that, it also takes the new KVK tech that's pretty much being put in every KVK now, with the defense or the damage mitigation and damage at the end of the tree. So that's the new KVK tech. In addition to that, it also takes in consideration the commander skill. So Daver cooks all this up in his calculator. Okay, took him forever to build this thing, but now that he's got it, he can easily go through and tell you based on the civilizations, based on the special units and their base stats, here's what's best to run. It's wonderful. You've also got talent trees that are typical talent trees for a commander, so he takes that into consideration. And then the meta gear sets, he also takes into consideration your tier 5 sets and the iconics on accessories and the 4 slots for base health when it comes down here to your accessories, and you get the base health of the accessories. So he puts all this into his big boiling pot of witch's brew. I don't know how the hell he does it, but he does it. And then he kicks out the information, and it's wonderful information. Absolutely great. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up, and then we're gonna look over here in the top left. The best special units to run. Okay, fear not, Cav mains, because a lot of us are already Arabia. Arthur Achilles and Huo Joan, a very common 2-march setup for cavalry right now. That might change as gang style comes in the game and people go more towards combo and delta and they go away from the skill damage. But right now, if you're running those 2 marches, Arabia still the best. Okay, and when we come into Arabia, and I'll go through each of these kind of one by one, but when you come into Arabia, I originally thought that there might be some other, the German Teutonic Knights are fantastic. They get really, really good stats. And if you come to Arabia, here's the difference in the stats. You lose a little bit of defense, you gain a little bit more attack, okay? And that is one of the things that works out well because you don't mind the attack in these new KVKs. And so from that standpoint, this isn't a percentage, by the way. This is just the base stats, okay? And so from that, he's put it in and he has said, okay, Arabia is the best run for your field and your special units based on the 2 marches that you see there with those commanders, the gear, the tech, the damage, the KVK style, everything. Arabia is the best to run, okay? And that it may appear that, hey, well, they've got a little bit more attack. Well, there's a reason why that's better to run. The results you're going to get are going to be maybe just a little bit better, but you could also run Germany for the Teutonic Knights too. That's fine, but Arabia is the way to go for your special units. When it comes to the Infantry, you're going to run BQ, Luce, Ragnar, Scipio. Probably the two most common marches right now, okay? Based on those marches, based on the skills of those commanders, and based on the fact that they're infantry, we're going to come over here to Greece, okay? And this is one of the things that's really, really good about Greece when it comes to I can't even pronounce that right. But basically, when it comes to, Greece's elite special units, they have great attack and they have great defense, okay? And from there, you need more attack now with infantry. You get better benefit out of that, and you get good defense out of it as well. And so when it comes to those commanders and the different things that they do, it works out really, really well. And so there are some who like throwing axemen. They want to go with more of the health, because compared to Greece, you can be more tanky. And this is something that you have to understand. You got a lot more health over here on your throwing axemen. So basically the concept is the best civilization special unit type to run for infantry is Rome. If you want to be more tanky in the field, if you want to last a little bit longer, then you go with France, okay? And he's even got that caveat up here where it just says France for tankiness, okay? So Greece is great. France for tankiness, and that's what you got, okay? Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because it's about to change for you Archer players. And so, from that standpoint, it will be a different setup than like your typical Ottoman, right? We're going to run China! We're going to run China in the special unit types. And let me show you why. Like, typically, outside of the early game, nobody uses China as a city civilization. Maybe your farms do. But you increase the troop defense overall by 3%, which is pretty good, but nobody's going to use the civilization. We're just interested in the special unit type. Let's go look at these things, okay? The Chu Ko Nu, okay? These things, look at these contraptions. What the hell are these things? They are really, really good. You get a ton of defense and a ton of attack when it comes to the new a ton of defense and a ton of attack when it comes to the Chinese special units. And so from there, that's what you look for in the special unit. So that's considering a Chen YSG and Zhuge Herman march, okay? If you run two marches, Chen YSG, Zhuge Herman, China's the best way to go. Davers calculated all of it, and he has put it in there, and then these are the stats that you get when it comes to that. So that's what you got, and that will round out the overall suggestions or recommendations that we have when it comes to the types of special units. Okay, now we're going to come over here to the best open field buffs. Now this is the buff of the civilizations. Okay, now it goes without saying that if you are rallying with infantry, okay, you're going to choose Greece. We know that. If you're an infantry rally player, you're going to choose Greece. And if you're infantry rally, you're probably an infantry garrison. So the infantry health bonus helps you too. If you're rallying with archers, you're probably rallying with Egypt. And from that standpoint, archers have the 5% attack, plus they get that 5% all damage, which is really, really good. So if you're rallying with archers, you're going to choose Egypt. And those of us Cav players, we know this all too well. You get the extra attack with the Cavs, and you get the 5% extra damage on your rallied army if you're rallying with Cavs. So we get that out of the way. Okay, if you're rallying, those are the civilization buffs you run. And then if you are running in the field, here's what we got. The best open field buffs. Chivalry, which is from the France open field buff. I told you about that. It's great. You've got the 3% health for all your troops, which is really, really good. And you've got the hospital healing speed of 20%. So that is a great one for open field. All right. You bring this thing back up. It's also got the glory of the empire, infantry defense, and universal march speed. Okay. So if you run like 3 infantry troops in your murder ball, 3 infantry marches, then this is phenomenal. Okay, it's great. It's also really, really good Rome. This is really, really great. With the defense, it's also really good for the march speed, all right? 5% march speed is wonderful. It's great for your full troop march speed. Everybody's faster, and you get the buffs for your infantry, okay? And so Rome would be the next one that would work exceptionally well. And then the other one that we use when it comes to open field buffs, it is no question that the Ottomans still hold weight. Now, if you're more of an archer player that runs more skill damage marches, and let's say you run a Huo, you run a Ragnar, and then you run like 2 archer marches, this is phenomenal. Ottoman has always been like the best open field civilization to use, especially back in the day where all the damage that was done on active skills used to just be skill damage. We didn't have smite back then. We didn't have combo. We didn't have these other things. So everything used to be skill damage. Well, if you still run a lot of skill damage marches, this is really, really good. If you run 2 or more archer marches, you get great archer health, okay? You get great march speed, and this is the only civilization that basically gives you 3 combat buffs, all right? You also get the 5% additional skill damage. Some archer players will keep this on, and they'll rally with it. They'll just take the skill damage that you can get from the civilization buff of Ottoman, and they'll just do more skill damage on their rallies. And then they get the health from the archer buff. And so from that standpoint, those are kind of the 3 best. That's what you want to run as far as your civilization goes. Okay, so if I am going to say, okay, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to run archers, all right? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to switch to China, and that way I get the special unit type that we have, and then I switch this to Ottoman, okay? Where's the king deal here? It's around here somewhere. Might be at the top, at the bottom. We got to find it now. Oh, now it's becoming like a whole thing. The realm of the king, there it is. Okay, so we click on that, and that gives us the Ottoman buff. So we're the Ottoman civilization, we're running the Chinese special troop, and then we go. Okay, so that's how you change that up. It's really easy and really cool how they did it. It's new in the brand new update that they came out with last night, and that's one of the nuances that we saw. We saw some other things that are actually really cool as well, but that is how the survey breaks out. What troop type should you prioritize? Your main troop type out of 5, 6, or 7 marches setup. If a perfect mix, choose the strongest troop type with your commander's equipment and your gear and all your armaments and stuff like that. So that's what you want to pick. If you run 2 of each troop type, 2 infantry, 2 archers, 2 cavalry, then you pick out your best marches. Like what's got your best gear, what's got your best armaments, make sure all your commanders are maxed. Whatever troop type that is, that's the civilization special unit you go for. Okay, and so from there you can go with the France, you can go with the Rome, or you can go with the Ottoman civilization buff. Okay, what buff should you prioritize? Pick France buffs. That's just basically what our recommendation is. If you care about march speed and have a majority of infantry, consider Rome. That's a real easy way to think about it. And then if you care about march speed and still have a majority, like we talked about, have a majority of skill damage or being archers, skill damage marches, then consider Ottoman. So that's kind of your PSA for all this on what to do with your special unit types. Okay, there could be some arguments either way. You could say, hey, I'd rather use France for infantry, or hey, I'd rather use maybe Germany for my special units, the Teutonic Knights instead of the Arabia special units. You can do whatever you want, and you're kind of splitting hairs here, but we're just helping you micro optimize what Daver and all the tools he has, guys. It's incredible. The way that guy does the stats and does the math, the way Billick does it, he's got great suggestions from his stream. Again, his link is down in the description, and you can check it out for yourself. But if you really want to micro-optimize your civilizations and your special unit types, this is the way to do it. And so, hope you enjoyed the video. If you would be so kind, throw a like on here. If you enjoyed the content, if you got something out of it, helped you out with your game a little bit. I am Germany now because I'm still kind of in training phase, but I will be switching to Arabia, and I will be using Arabia's special unit type because those Cav rally simps of us, that's what we do. And so with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you wish to get some of these alerts when we do this stuff and this kind of content. And We hope everybody has a great day, broskies.